What's up, everyone? Okay, what's up, everyone? Let me get this ready for the live stream. Let me just get this set up here. Bear with me. Okay. So, today we're on managing life. And Shadrika's going to be joining as soon as she gets ready. She's just doing a few things around the house. Let me make sure this is adjusted. Okay. Wow. Okay. In today's topic, I just want to go over some announcements before we get started on how to manage life. And I want to do a rapture update. And then I also want to just go over some, timeless truths, some things to remember. And so, guys, we don't have to do Sunday night service anymore. We can meet you guys Sunday morning at 10 a.m. still. So that's just an update. We can also do a live stream during the nighttime too. That could be something that we could offer. But I know the good thing about video is that you can just watch it again later. So it's not necessarily as necessary right now to go live like every hour or so. But one of the things that I wanted to also make that announcement of is this, guys, we are trying to go in full time on this ministry. It would be great to offer a physical location. I think we have big plans. Oh, babe, can I get a tea? I think we have big plans to go full time. And obviously, this is all contingent on where Jesus leads this ministry, where he wants us to go in this ministry. Thanks. So, we could just stay online, but I know if you have a physical location, then it's a little bit better to have some sort of physical location. Let me see if I can plug in a mic. Babe, you mind, that cord you just gave me? You mind grabbing that upstairs? You feel like it, or you want me to grab it?
What, that white cord?
Yeah, that white cord. Okay, guys. So, quick rapture update. Guys, we're still watching and waiting until Jesus comes. I think every day that we see the world getting more crazy, I think we have more of that urgency to be like, I am ready for Jesus to come back. And so, we have to keep our hope alive. I think God has answers to all of our questions, and especially to all of our fears that we can have when we're questioning, hey, why hasn't God sent Jesus back to this earth? Well, I believe that God can and will send Jesus back at the right moment. Now, I believe we're getting closer and closer to that right moment. Many of us wonder, with the whole 2020 pandemic, with all that we saw happening in the world after that, it seemed like after the 2020 pandemic, our eyes just were opened more to the realities that were happening already. Now, the Bible says lawlessness is at work in secret. And so, what that means for us is that, we have to bring the light out into the world. And that's one thing that I want to do through business, through any kind of cool, fun, exciting way of reaching people for the gospel. Um, while I'm setting up the mic, I'll let Shadrika introduce herself and say hi to you guys. So I'm going to try to see if this mic can get connected. So here's Shadrika.
Hi everybody. How y'all doing? Hope everybody, keeping a level head, not getting riled up what's going on around us, We gotta stay prayed up, we can't just get out of pocket. Because what we see and what we hear is kind of like, kind of get your mind wondering, like, oh, should I stay here? Should I leave? Should I pack up? Should I just go? Should I just leave this whole state? We should not get too relaxed in this world, because this world is struggling. The world is going bad. Every hour on the hour is going bad. But we should not get so ready to move, ready to walk out the godly rim. And what I mean by godly rim is we need to pray, not going off of I'm mad, I'm angry, I want to tell everybody off, or we get in conflicts with people. Yeah, that's part of life. We get conflict, we get into these little struggles with people, but that don't mean we get disrespectful and like, oh, I just want to leave. I don't want to talk to them no more. I don't want to deal with them. I just want to pack up my bags and go to a different country, a different state. But once you really calm down and
You might have to speak up because the mic isn't
calm
working.
down and kind of relax yourself a little bit. You're like, no, I do want to move, but I don't want to just jump right out there, and we won't have nothing to allow on. What I mean by that is money wise. You don't want to jump out there and, oh, I got it together, I know what to do, but we really don't. We don't have food. You don't have no way to get food or any hot food. What I'm trying to say, not something that you already made yourself and patched up or whatever. I'm just saying hot food, emergency food, or whatever. Besides your emergency food, I'm saying like you want to go to a restaurant or something like that to sit down and eat as a family type wise. You can't do that if you just out here on a long limb, ready to just hop out here and just be gone. No, we should come to us, plan it. Just, plan, okay, I need to do this. Now I know how much money I need for me to do that. Stuff like that. We just need to just plan it out, not just have it all in our head spinning, and now we're just ready to just go, shoo, I'm ready to dive in. And then once we dive in, we can't get back. We don't want to take a huge step before God. We won't let God go ahead of us and let God give it to God, and God will tell you which way you should move, and God will also tell you which way you should go. Without Him, we'll be definitely toe up from the flow up. We'll be stressed out. Half of us will probably be dead. We'd just be killing each other if we didn't have Jesus Christ in our heart. I'm saying the heart. Like you totally trusted him, you totally believe in him that, oh, God got me. Whatever going on, God got me. We don't need to come into this battle mode of I want to leave, I'm tired of this, I'm ready to go. Even though that's how I feel. But once I realized that it's not really, you really can't go too far unless you get on a plane.
But that's what I was kind of talking about in other videos, guys. Is that the pockets of where we can go in this world are getting smaller if you don't notice. And that's not a bad thing necessarily, but the pockets of, there's hurricanes in one part of the world.
And then you got flood
There's war in another part of the world.
You got flooding.
You got flooding. You got tornadoes. And so not every place is just plagued by evil people. It's also natural disasters. It's not just murders or killings or something like that.
You don't want to go across the border, because if you go across the border, you might be in danger.
Right.
You might be fighting for your life over there.
Now,
it's sad that we can't go through. Like me, I would like to travel. I would like to go to Africa. I would like to see those places instead of just looking at them on the TV or looking at them in the magazine or looking at them in a book. I would like to go to Africa. I would like to see what Africa is really like instead of just seeing it on TV vision. I would like to actually see it from my own two eyes, not based off what somebody's saying to me or what somebody put on the TV. You know what I'm saying? And I would like to travel to different countries just to see how these other people are living beside us. Like how are they living over there? But that's my thing. I would like to take note of. You go to a country, like the country. They got nothing but farm.
Right.
It's like, wow, some of these people actually live. They don't live like us. They actually live on a farm. They got animals. They got a garden. They got all this to take care of. They got animals to tend to. They working on their garden to sun up to sundown. And for us, we could just get out of our bed and choose what we want to do. But for a person in the country, they got the garden to go work in. They got the animals to go tend to. They not driving around in their car trying to figure out what they gonna do. Theirs is right there at their home. They ain't got to find no job. They working on their garden, or they working for somebody else in their garden.
And guys, heaven is going to be multicultural. What Shadrika was just saying about, wanting to experience other cultures. Guys, it says that in the Bible, people are going to come to the New Jerusalem from every tribe, country, people, and language, from everywhere. And you know what that tells us? That tells us that God has saved people from every language.
I would like to hear people talk in different languages instead of just from us aside. I would like to hear other people's accents. I like to hear other people, talk. It's like it's pretty interesting because maybe I don't know if people like I am. I'm like everybody should know English, but everybody really don't know English for real. You got some people don't speak English at all.
Right, and it's weird for us to think like that.
And it's like, wow, you come across somebody that's speaking Chinese or French or whatever. It's like, wow, y'all don't speak no English. And then once you talk to them, they're like, huh? What you said? Huh? I'm like, hey, huh? But I feel like they should learn English too when they come across somebody that not speaking their language, but they probably feel the same way. They feel like we probably should learn their language too as well. But to me, it's like, wow, once you get out in the mix with people that you've never been around, like somebody from the islands or somebody from the country, you got all the mixers in one room. It's like, and you hear everybody talking, it's like, wow, they not talking in English. They lost me in the whole conversation. It's was like, wow, you just sit back and you hear other people talking. It was like, wow. Just like I was on the cruise and we was waiting to get in line to get into this restaurant, and the lady was sitting over here talking to me, and she told me she didn't speak English, but to me, for when she was conversating with me, she spoke English. Every word I was saying to her, she picked it back up. Like, wow, okay. She, in my mind, I'm thinking she speaks English. She's German. She's a German woman, and I'm like, wow. But to me, she talked in her German accent. But it was pretty. It's really a life learned when you hear other people talk. It's like, wow, God did make people not to just focus on English. He got people out here speaking in Japanese, French, all these different languages, Chinese, all these different types of languages out here. It's like, it's really mind blowing that God created all of this. But we can sit down and learn them too, if we really want to. We can learn another accent. We can learn another, thing if we want to. But for me, I'm sticking with English. I'm comfortable with English. Yeah.
Now, and that's good. All right, that I think is a description of just how heaven is going to be multicultural, and you're going to be wanting to talk with people, get along with people. Hey, where are you from?
Yeah.
And no one's going to be saying, No one's going to be saying
like
that.
They don't know what you're saying.
In heaven, everyone's going to know what you're saying, and there's not going to be someone gossiping behind your back in another language.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But we can't get offended when somebody is talking, just like if you go to a nail shop. I don't know if anybody goes to nail shops nowadays, and you get around with the Japanese or the Koreans. Yeah, they might be talking to you behind your back or right in front of your face, and while they doing your nails. So you can't get offended. You can't, because I picked up on it when my auntie was living it, and we always go get our nails done at this one place we always go to. They do a good job. Don't get me wrong, never fail. But they was talking about you right in your face. I'm like, whoa, she telling somebody off. In my mind, she telling somebody off when she was talking, but that's how that's all they communicated in there. They were just doing your nails, be talking to them. I'm like, OMG, she tells somebody off. Like, she all up in her feelings. But it's amazing how you go to those different nails places and compared to from the South standpoint of getting your nails done. You listen to everybody cursing, everybody screaming, everybody shouting, everybody laughing, everybody, kiki and bye-bye. But once you go on the flip side of it, go to somebody like Japanese or Korean, it's like, wow. They let you know how they feel. Ain't no cap in they rap. They letting you know right up front. Mm-hmm. They ain't pretending.
So, guys, we're going to be talking about how to manage life tonight. Hopefully this is a helpful video. This is a repeat, so we're making it a little mini series on talking about how to manage life. In the last video, as a recap, I think we talked about, or I just did it. It was originally Shadrika's topic for Sunday morning.
I couldn't do it. I was still recovering from the cruise.
And so,
that anybody did not know. I was recovering from the cruise. I didn't want to be seen on camera with a stuffed up nose and can't hardly breathe.
Mm-hmm. Where I stopped off was how to manage life according to all the pressure and the things going on in this world. Like how to manage life in this world, and not necessarily how to manage life like juggling college or juggling work or juggling the different things you're doing, but how to really keep your cool.
Yes, keep you cool in the mix of all.
In the midst of everything that's going on.
You don't want to just cut everybody out. I'm done. Everybody, getting on me. Everybody just put their finger at me, make me feel like I'm a victim. So now I'm ready to jump ship. No, we need to just work on it. Just stay calm. We don't have to be war to war with everybody. Like I'm done. I'm just ready to go to war with you. No, just bring it down a notch. Even though I crossed my boundaries a little bit, but I walked. I gave it to God. I said, God, what you want me to do with this situation? Do you want me to respond or do you don't? So I did. I responded, apologized, and I left it alone. We can't apologize and then we still hold on to it. No, let it go. Apologize and let it go.
But also,
don't keep note of what this person did or what that person said or how that person
right.
did it. Just toss it.
So, and what we're talking about is basically stress. Stress in the end times.
You can be stressed. Let's talk to God about your stressedness. Don't come out swinging it to your next door neighbor, because your next door neighbor don't know what you're stressed about. Don't get around somebody that just trying to talk to you, have a conversation. No, I want to talk to you. Get out of my face. No, we don't want to come off like that. We want to. You can be stressed, but don't be so fully stressed that it's over you. It's up here, and it just got you just ready to just go boom. Just let's breathe. Let's woosah. Let's think this through before you act on it. Cause even with me, I don't. When I'm up here in my head, I'm just ready to go at somebody. I'm ready to just yeah. But I have to realize I can't do that. I can't come off as because it's not really.
This is what I want to say to guide this conversation. This is what I want to say. Jesus said, in the last days, our love for each other will grow cold. So I think we should talk a little bit about how to overcome just hatred being in your heart rather than love and the warmth, love of God.
You don't want hatred.
And I'm going to fill these guinea pigs up with food over here. I'll be right back.
You don't want any type of hatred in your heart at all against no one, because it don't feel right. It doesn't. It doesn't feel right. You stand in somebody's face and you laughing and kicking with them, and then really you're ready to stab a knife in their back, like chuck. I'm cutting you off or whatever. We don't want to start off with hatred. We want to just burn. Don't even start off with the hatred. Don't even go there with the hatred. Just cut it off. Just maintain. I look at it like this. Who you gonna let have control over you? That's my thing. That's always came in my head. If I'm gonna let people control me, or I'm gonna let God control me. Because if I let people control me, I'm always gonna be mad. I'm always gonna be in my feelings. I'm always gonna be ready to knock somebody out. But if I let God be in control of me, I'm not worrying about what this person is saying, what this person is doing. I'm gonna let it go. Yeah, we might bump head a little bit. We might go toe to toe a little bit. But once it's said and done, I still love that person. I'm not going to run and I'm not going to hide. I'm not going to sit back in my chair and if that person comes to my door, I'm going to speak to that person. I'm going to get that person a hug. I'm not going to hold no type of grudge or roll my eyes or get disrespectful because he walked in my house. And I'm like, sir, can you leave? No, I'm not doing none of that. I'm going to still speak to that person. I'm still going to have a conversation with that person. But it's not going to be, I'm in my feelings, or I'm mad, I'm ready to talk. No, I buried it. I'm letting it go. And that's what we need to realize is, who do you want to control you? Do you want people to control you, or do you want God to control you? Because if you let God control you, God will fight every battle for you. You don't have to go tit for tat. You don't have to scream and shout. You don't have to go war to war with anybody. Let God do it. Let God touch them. Let God heal them. Let God go pay them a visit. Instead of us try to be the upper head and ready to, I'm going to pay that person a visit myself. I'm going to tell that person how I feel. I'm going to do it myself. I ain't waiting on God. I ain't waiting on God no more. I'm just going to do this all by myself. That's when it blows up in our face. When we get so mad and so angry, we get blowed up, and then it's like, oh, I should not have done that. Once you settle down, you slept on it, it's not like, yeah, man, I should have just shut up. I should not even said anything. I should not even took that as the way I took it, you know? But that's what we do. We all human. We all go through madness. We all get upset. We all kind of go off on the deep end that we shouldn't have. But sometimes we take things that way. And it was like, wow, I should not have said that to that person. Or I should have did that to that person. Or maybe I should have just left it alone. You know, let them have it. So that's the only thing I look at is who you want control you. And I look at it like this. I'm done with people. I'm not letting people control me.
Now, you don't mean you're done with people as in you're not going to love them, right?
It's nothing there when you're trying to get back at somebody, or you try to, oh, I'm in my feelings, oh, I just want to kill them. No. It's nothing there. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't. I'm still going to love them, you know. I'm going to love them. I'm still going to say hi. I'm not going to run and hide. I'm not going to, yeah, I'm in invisible mode now. No, I'm going to still be around. I'm still going to be around them. But I'm just not going to let people control me. I'm going to have that, they call it having some type of control of your anger. Like, I'm not going to get mad today. I'm not going to let that bother me. Next, because the enemy love getting family, marriage, all just in one big pot. And whatever he throw at us to get us off the foot of Jesus Christ, because that's all the devil is doing. He's neck picking.
Right.
He's neck picking, and anything that is pertaining to God, he hates it.
And the devil within us, guys. Jesus once called Peter a devil, guys.
You have to be aware, and you have to be careful on what you get mad at. Because some things you get mad at some stuff, you be like, wow, why did I get mad at that? Why I went crazy for that? For what? You know? But we all human. We get our feelings bothered up in it. We get all these emotions bothered up in it, and then we just blow up. We don't have to put all that in the pot to get mad, you know. We don't need to get mad if we call ourselves Christians. You know, we don't need to go war to war, toe for toe, like, yeah, you meet me halfway, we're gonna put an end to this thing. No, we ain't gotta do that. You ain't gotta pull up on me, I ain't gotta pull up on you. We ain't gotta do all that. There's no need. We can still be brothers and sisters in Christ. We can still live this Christian life without beefing, without cutting people off or whatever. You can cut them off, maybe, you know, it's because I look at it like this: the people that you cut off, and then you decided to don't talk to them or whatever, don't even contact them for whatever, you're gonna need them again. That's I always look at before you cut somebody off. It's like you might want to hold on to that person just a little bit longer. Because if you decided to do something or decided to go somewhere, you're going to need that source. You're going to need that person to, hey, I need something from you. Hey, can I talk? Hey, can I, you know, we always need somebody to talk to. We can't just get in our head, spin our head mind of
Now,
I
some
don't
people
need
though,
nobody. I'm just
some
gonna.
people can think that they don't need anybody. There's people out there that go through life and they
It's
don't
just
think
gonna
they
be
need anyone.
me and myself. It's just gonna be me and my. It's gonna be my. I ain't gonna have nobody around me. Just me and my. No, we can't live like that. We really can't. We can. We we all go through. We always. It's pretty much an up and down. That's how life is. 1 minute you're good. Oh, today's it's pretty hell. Okay, today's gonna be good. Tomorrow might be hell. It's like this. Life is like this.
But remember, guys, for the righteous, it gets brighter and brighter. Every
It's,
day you should see a little bit more
but
brightness in your life.
but we can't let it weigh us as women, as Christians, as men. We can't let this stuff wear us down to the point that we gonna be, man. I got you. Just piled in clouds. We just getting cloudy and darker. Once we don't handle a situation, or once we don't deal with the situation, we just let that cloud just get bigger and bigger. We think we have the upper hand on everything. We don't have the upper hand. You can't save me, I can't save you. But one thing I can tell you is we have to be careful on how we move and how we react on certain things. Because it can be an eye opener. It really can. And for me, I literally, when I took my walk, I didn't even tell it to my husband. I literally cried outside. That's how much I had on me. And I even talked to God about, hey, I miss my parents, and which I do, because sometimes I feel that loneliness once I beef with somebody, or I feel like that person did me wrong. I feel lonely out here. Like I don't have nobody to pick me back up. Like I felt short now. Like I'm just. That's how I felt that night. Like I was at my breaking
Yeah,
point.
but don't you see how you're going to be a blessing to someone's life when they get in that position?
I felt like I was at my breaking point that moment. So I just lit. I did. I felt a lot better once I took that stroll. Like I got out. I took that long walk, not a short walk, that long stretch. That's something that I really needed it. And I talked to God as I was walking on, hey God, I don't know how can I deal with this? This is life, and family gonna bump heads regardless. You're not gonna come across a family ain't got no beef, or you ain't got no drama. You ain't
Guys,
got no.
I've seen conflict in every single relationship, whether it be a friend, a parent, son and daughter. Guys, you know yourself, you've gotten mad at even God. So everybody, they crucified Jesus. Everybody is not immune to conflict in relationships that you
But
think
we
are going to be
have
your
to.
close relationships. It's like you have to start to learn how to overcome these things that the devil is throwing at us, because we have these relationships and we're like, oh, even best friends sometimes are not best friends every single day.
Even though you might think when you get, into an argument with somebody, or a conflict with somebody that's older than you, it's like, oh man, if this person trying to break us up, or this person trying to, you kind of think those things of why they trying to split us up, why they trying to, you try to figure everything out at this point, and it's like, nah, we just can't just take our anger to the deep end of everything. We just have to just let God, just pray about it, give it to God, give them to God. Just pass it over to God. Let God fight your battles. Let God talk to them. Let God visit them. Let God do whatever He do instead of us. Because all we do, we don't make it no better. We just add more fuel to the fire. And the fire just get even bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it starts spreading like wildfire. That's all we do. Oh, you throw a shot at me, I'm going to throw a shot at you. If you break me down, I'm going to see if I can break you down. That's what we go for, instead of us not going too deep, not going too way out there to the point that, oh, he disrespect me, or she disrespect me. Now I got to get them back. We don't need to go for war to war with anybody that we trying to, oh, if you break me down, I'm going to break you down. I'm going to tell you how I feel. You tell me how you feel, I'll tell you how I feel. Then we start
Guys,
being respectful.
and for that,
it's like,
look, I'm wearing a "What Would Jesus Do" bracelet.
no, we can't.
Guys,
can't get
Jesus was
respectful.
disrespected, and he didn't shoot back at
What
them.
do we got?
Now there is a hell, there's a lake of fire. He still does that, but he didn't immediately react to them and give them the wrath of God. God is always using grace and trying to turn us away from his punishment instead of turning us to punishment, because we have to remember that God is good, guys. And the experiences that we're going through in life are not for nothing. The Bible says when you are going through suffering, when you're having a bad day, it is shaping your character. It says perseverance produces character. Suffering produces perseverance, and perseverance produces character, and character produces hope. Do you see what that equation is? Suffering equals perseverance. Perseverance equals hope. Guys, we sometimes think the suffering that we're going through, or the bad day that we're having, or the conflict that we're having with somebody is all for nothing. But no, it's producing hope.
Or you could look at it
It's
like,
producing hope in our life.
or you could, most people that's not, Christians on here, you might look at it, oh, why God doing this to me? Why God letting this happen to me? You might accusing God over your your downfall or your anger. You might be accusing God over, why God is letting this happen. Why God allowed this to be this way? Or why God? No, it's all a test. It's a test, guys.
Guys, if
pretty
we
much a test to see. He's just like my husband said. He's just molding us. He's molding us. That's all it is. He's molding.
But it's not. But we forget that it's like we
like
have the knowledge that God is doing it.
Clay? Have y'all ever touched clay before and it's been around that little round thing that go around and around?
Yeah,
that's
pottery.
What God is doing. He's molding us up.
Right.
He's molding us up.
But it's not always pleasant. That's the Bible clearly says it's not always pleasant.
Thinking like, oh, I'm tired. I'm tired of fighting with people. I'm tired of getting back with people. I look at it like this. If you know yourself, I mean, truly, truly know yourself in your heart. What person say outside of yourself, who cares? They call you ugly, who cares? They call you crazy, who cares? They call you this, who cares? Because I look at it like, I know who I am. Yeah, I might lost my head a little bit. Yeah, I might went off of the deep end. But I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I know who I am. You can call me crazy, you can call me stupid. I don't care. You can call me whatever you want to call me. But I'm not going to look for you. I'm not going to go come and find you because I don't care anymore. And sometimes that's what we need to get to a standpoint of today, of stop caring of what people say about you. Because we get that all in our feelings too. Oh, this person says about me. Oh, this person called me ugly. Oh, this person called me toothpick. Oh, my tooth is split. They don't like me. Who cares? Because look at it at Jesus' way. Nobody didn't like Jesus Christ. And he the one laid down his life.
In order to save us.
You think that, oh, I just want all these people around me. You can have people, but it's got to be the godly people. Even the godly people can be a little, oh yeah, out there too. But still, you want to have the godly people. You don't want to have somebody just going to be playing church. I'm in one day, I'm out the next day. No, you want somebody that's all in. You can tell that they in it, okay? They showing you that they in it. Not pretending like, yeah, I go to church. Yeah, I go to Bible study. Yeah, what you learn? I don't know. I thought man said something about going to baptizing or something. You know, no, you ain't listening to what the pastor's saying. Walk on to church, sir. You was all up on your phone, right? Testing somebody in church. YouTubing. Hey, I'm making video. Yeah, I'm at this church. Yeah, hey, everybody. Really? I gotta get my views up. That's all people think about now. I gotta get my views up. I'm not living for no views. I'm living for Jesus Christ. Because no views can't get me to heaven. No views can't get me to where I need to go.
Okay, we covered stress. Let's keep moving down. We covered that pretty thoroughly of what to do with stress and conflict with people. Now, another part about managing your life, guys, I think is serving. Let's talk about serving in these last days, how to manage your life. I think you have to have the understanding that when you're following Jesus, you are serving in some capacity. You're either serving God, you're either serving others, or you're either, serving even your enemies through loving them. Jesus said, love our enemies from a distance, but you can love your enemies.
Right here,
that covers everybody, guys. That covers everybody. So let's talk about, for a second, how to manage life from the perspective of serving. Do you want to start off with that? Shadrika, when I met Shadrika, she was involved as
for me,
what was it?
For me,
what is it called?
When I was in church, when I was actually in church,
Usher.
I was an usher first. That was my number one thing I wanted to do. I wanted to be an usher. And like I said, it's when you're dealing with people at a church setup, we giving out the programs and stuff. You're gonna come across with people with attitudes. That don't mean you get in your feelings and try to handle their attitude. You still, good morning. You want a program? Here you go, with a smile. Not giving them back their attitude. You're going to catch attitude wherever you go.
You think
you're going to be a greeter? You have to just still present to them. I'm smiling to you. Hey, how you doing? Come off as not as you mad too, and then she mad, and y'all both over here just.
Guys, when you go to church, you sometimes think, "Oh, I'm around Christians. I don't have to fight." You have to still fight, guys, as a Christian.
You're gonna get the rolling eyes. You're gonna get the whole nine in church. You're gonna get people looking at you up and down.
But you should still serve.
You cannot let that get in your feelings.
Serve in some capacity, guys.
Still put a smile on your face. Give them a program and keep it pushing.
If you want to be an usher,
you ain't got to be an usher. You
can be a door greeter.
You can be somebody
cafe.
Like you want to be, like you do music. You want to be a music
worship leader. Yeah, music.
Go ahead. And you want to be with somebody that work with kids.
Kids ministry.
Deal with kids.
You can be the pastor if you have a call to be a pastor. Follow that call.
Or you want to be somebody that
starts their own ministry.
To start a class for younger teenagers, because younger teenagers need the things too. We can't leave the teenagers out. We got to have a class for them too. And we also need a
class. There's missionaries that go travel to countries.
We also need a class in church for marriages people. Like all marriage class come together too in church.
Marriage ministry.
Class. If anybody that's free to want to do that, that's fine. But we have to have that, get out of that feeling mode of, oh, this person did me wrong.
I'm not going to serve anymore.
I'm not going to serve anymore. Oh, this person said I can't sing. I'm not singing anymore. We can't look at it like that. We're not doing it for ourselves.
Now, guys, there's nothing wrong with leaving a church or switching churches.
Ourselves.
But you shouldn't stop serving.
We should not come to a mindset, oh, this person didn't like me. Oh, I didn't get attracted today. Nobody didn't like me today. I'm not going back to that church. I quit. I quit right now. I quit. We can't be so ready to quit on Jesus Christ. We can't be so ready to walk out the door because the pastor said something one day, said something wrong, and then everybody, oh, I'm out of here.
Right.
I gotta go. I gotta get my babies.
even on this YouTube channel, guys, I know I don't get thousands of views on these channels.
Pipe it down, bro.
You still have to serve, no matter if you're getting likes, if you're getting follows. If you just preach the gospel or you serve in some, it's been hard, guys, to not quit YouTube. But that I had to change my mindset a little bit. God, Jesus had to, on not doing this to try to get followers, not doing this to try to get a whole bunch of subscribers or a whole bunch of money. I'm just serving in some capacity. And this is one of the channels. And I think you guys can start a YouTube ministry if you feel like you're called. But you should serve. And I think that will help you stay stable in these end times if you are serving in some capacity and not just coming off of work. You get home from work and you get home on the couch, you turn on the TV, you go to sleep. You wake up, you just do the same schedule, and you have no servant capacity in your body. Even if you're not even serving God by reading the word at home, or you're not serving God by keeping his commandments, there's so many opportunities for us to serve and be active in our Christian, in our Christian atmosphere of serving in some way.
All right. You can still serve. You can serve in your home. You got
Cameras.
Say for instance, you lost weight. You have all these clothes in your house. Shoes, purses, all these different things. You don't know what you're going to do with them. You don't know. I think I just throw them in the trash can. You could take your clothes to the Goodwill.
Or to the homeless.
Or you could take your clothes to a homeless. But for the homeless, you might want to be on your P's and Q's. You might not want to do that alone. You might not want to be, if you're female and you got clothes and you don't have somebody out there with you, you might need to call some backup.
Yeah, I would probably recommend
not fooling it to go by themselves.
Going to if you go to Goodwill, or
you can go to Goodwill.
What's the place? The homeless shelter. The shelter. And talk to the people there. Not talk to the organization that accept donations.
Somebody off the street and say, "Here, you want my clothes?"
Right, because we don't want to get you guys into some trouble. You do that at your own discretion.
Y'all have a conflict, or the person done push you out the car, and he done jumped in your car and gone. We're not trying to tell you that, but if you do want to do those things, I recommend please having backup. If you want to give out Bibles to the homeless, or you want to give out soap to the homeless, you can do that. But I'm not saying to just jump out there and be, "Here, take this Bible. Here, take this soap. Here, take." No. Not by yourself. Because you don't know, for the people that's out there and the homeless, I'm not trying to talk bad or down on them like that, but you have to look at it, they've been on drugs, they've been on all this different stuff out there. You don't know what kind of mindset they're in. And for us to come up there and be like, showing up to the tents, or we can get ourselves killed. We can get ourselves hurt because we on their territory. We on their block. And they don't like that.
And if you have a business, you can also serve in that way too.
If you're going to do something for the homeless or give something for the homeless, you need to have backup. Or if you can't get backup, don't do it at all. You can take your clothes to Goodwill, pack them up, and ship them. It's not hard. You can still serve. You might see your neighbor coming in with bags and bags of groceries, and they might need help. Hey, can I carry your groceries in for you?
Right.
If they say no, that's okay. We don't have to get in our feelings and, I'm not gonna steal from you. I just want to take your groceries in. We ain't got to do all that. We ain't got to do all that. If the person say no, bye-bye. Have a nice day. That's all we need to do. We ain't got to get in our feelings and, I just want to take your groceries in. No. If the person say no, I don't want you to touch. Okay, cool. Get in your car and leave. Next. You might go somewhere And they might need you to, hey, can you cut the cake for me? Okay, give me the gloves. I'll cut the cake. There you go. You still serving.
And there's different ways. And then
Or
also
somebody might say, hey, I got an open spot for you. For a little volunteer.
right, that happens too, guys. There's
You gonna take it or you gonna, well, I want no volunteer. Oh, I want something permanent. You got to build yourself up first. That's what I had to do. I didn't just jump up and be an usher. I had to volunteer to get to the usher part.
right.
I didn't jump up and
that
I made it. I made it.
Right.
No, I had to do the training. I had to go through first for them to say, oh, okay, now I can put her on the door. Now she can have a post because she did the training to get that.
Excuse me.
If you don't do no training, you cannot get the job. That's in anywhere you go. That don't matter if you're in God's house, you still got some training to do. If you just trying to find a job, you still got training to do.
Because sometimes we think as Christians, we don't need to train.
I don't need the training, but we do.
Right.
We
God
do.
God doesn't just put anyone and everyone in the
do.
pulpit, guys. And so,
But take
just
that training.
our whole point is
And
just
be thanking God in the process that they accept you.
Our whole point is just, you guys, you can manage your life well by serving in some capacity, by not letting the stress of this
with
world
a smile on your face.
get you down.
Don't be all buff up, be
Right.
my feelings
Right,
dirty.
with the smile today.
No, put a smile on. Put that welcome greeting face on. Just, hey, come on in, how are you?
Right.
Slide on. Next, hey, how are you? If they hug you, you ain't got to be, oh, won't you touch me? No. You can high five, yeah. Pump it up, yeah. You can do something like that. You ain't got to be, oh, won't you touch me? Nah. High five the person. Give them a little dap or something.
And then what else? Let's see. The last thing I think we want to talk about is just how our love cannot grow cold. And we're going to be ending this out. We've been going for almost an hour.
Blind.
Huh?
That's what we should talk about.
What?
Blind.
Blind?
Yes.
But like what? What do you mean?
Blind.
Like being blind?
No, not being blind, but you can be blind.
But what?
Blind?
Like you started off. What would you say? Let me hear what you're trying to say about blind.
All right. Have anybody seen a movie called Blind Side?
I'm sure they have.
Okay, this is how we should not be so, so ready to jump up and do stuff. Because it could be, I'm blind. I didn't see all the full print. We can't be so quick to jump up and be ready to sign everything.
What do you mean? Okay. But keep going. Keep going. I'm catching on. What are you trying to say?
You can't be so. Say for instance, somebody tell you, "Hey, I got this job for you. It's da 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 da," and you say, "Hey, can I? Do you have some paperwork for me to sign?" And you just in there. No questions? Oh no, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. That's it. That's all I need. You can be blind by what you signed.
Right. And you're talking about
So
that for serving?
We should not be so blind-sided that we should know all about what we signed up for.
Right.
Before we jump in the wheel and be like, "Oh, yeah, I got this. Oh no, I don't."
Well, ask people
Somebody help
what
me.
the job is like before you volunteer for anything.
You want to ask questions. That's what I did. Even though I was in church, I still asked questions like, "Hey, what am I gonna be doing?" You know, how this work? What do I supposed to look like? Do I come in with some jeans on and some tank tops or what? I ask questions, and they're like, "Nope, you come in, you dress. We have our Sundays for Communion Sunday. You wear all black." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Well,
And the next Sunday we switch over to wearing white. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
the only thing I only came across one church
We don't
that
want
had
to
you
just
sign something.
be
It's
so
not a normal
ready
thing to sign something when you're.
even if you're on the job.
You don't have anything to worry about though if you're signing something to volunteer, unless you have
Long
a
as
crazy
it's
background check, like you know.
Long as it have the Jesus title. That's all I'm saying. But you still want to read the bottom line of what
You sound like you're thinking of something in particular. What are you thinking of? Where did you sign
don't
something?
want to sign anything, and it might backfire on you.
Okay.
That's all I'm trying to say. We should want to sit back and ask every question that comes up in here. That's what we should be asking. Not sitting back and be like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, okay." Ain't got no proof to show what the man is talking about.
Okay, I'm getting lost on what you're talking about, babe.
We need proof. We once we sign stuff or sign any type of documents or anything. Hey, can I get a print of that? Hey, can I get a record of that?
Well, if you're serving Jesus, they shouldn't be asking you to sign for anything. You shouldn't have to sign anything.
But just in case, some people this is for the people that's having I'm looking at the whole rim of a job, the job rim. That's what I'm looking at. The job rim, because the job rim can be tricky too. They can be some scammers too, you know.
That's true. There's some fake jobs out there. You can apply and they get all your information.
Because especially if it's a type of job that the first thing they come up with, "Oh, what's your social security number?"
Yeah, I always am worried about that.
What?
Okay, we only have 10% left on the battery.
And you're
Okay,
be so
let's wrap up here.
My social security number is blah 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 blah. No, you lost your mind. No, we can't be so ready to give people our information. We need to have a protection.
Baby, it's gonna die.
On our information, like some information, we cannot be so ready to just give out.
Okay, guys,
I just hope
that's it. That's it. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys. I'm trying to tell you the battery's about to die. Okay.
Bye.
All right. We'll have to talk later. I don't want to just end this video with it just cutting off in mid-sentence. But sorry about just going off on a tangent on the end of this one. But hey, guys, this ministry is just getting started. We're just in the beginning part of our ministry. If you want to help us get started and see more videos, you can go to our website, WASHYE.com, WASHYE.com, for more information, more topics. Also have a marriage section on there that you can check out all my latest videos on what I had to say about marriage. There's so much on there, so check that out. Thanks so much for tuning in to this live stream for those that did. And for those that will watch later, thank you so much for watching later. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Okay, see ya.